we have seen the multiple numericals on differentiation under integral sign. So we have seen the concept which is proved by Leibniz, and now we will verify the rule of DUIs by considering the integration. So here we have a question to verify the rule of DUIs for integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus at sine bt dt, where a is a parameter and t is the variable of integration. Now guys, for that, let's see what is the rule of DUIs. So DUIs says that di by dA is equal to integration 0 to infinity, because it is given 0 to infinity, dou by dou A of that function. So here function is e raised to minus at sine bt dt is equal. So this is the rule of DUIs, that is differentiation under integral sign. Now in our question we have to verify this rule. So what we'll do is, we will solve this left hand side separately, we'll find out one value, then we'll solve the right hand side separately, then we'll solve the right hand side separately, we will find another value, and then if both values are same, then we will say that the rule of DUIs is verified. So let's start. So for time being, I'll call it this rule of DUIs as equation number 1. Now let's start with the LHS. So here I'll say LHS, or the left hand side, is di upon dA. Now let's get the value of di by dA. So here I is the integral which is given as this. So here I'll say it is equal to d by dA of that integral, which is integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus at sine bt dt. And now we will solve this integration first. So here d by dA, and here in the bracket we will say this is the property of integration of e raised to ax into sine bx. So by using the formula of that property, we will get e raised to minus at upon a square plus b square into minus a sine bt minus b cos bt. So this is the value, and it is from 0 to infinity. Now let's solve this. So by putting t as infinity, we will get e raised to minus infinity as 0, and next we will put 0. So here we will get it is equal to d by dA of 0 minus. Now let's put 0 over here. So e raised to 0 is 1. So 1 upon a square plus b square, in bracket sine 0 will give us 0, but cos 0 is 1. So 1 into minus b, that is minus b. Now this will give us d by dA of b upon a square plus b square. Now guys, let's take this b outside, because we are differentiating with respect to a, and the differentiation of 1 upon a square plus b square with respect to a is minus 1 upon a square plus b square the whole square into 2a, which is equivalent to minus 2ab upon a square plus b square the whole square, and this is the value of LHS, and we'll call it as equation number 2. So here I got the left hand side. Now let's evaluate the right hand side, and let's get the equation number 3. And if this value of LHS and RHS is same, then we'll say that the rule of DUIS is verified. So let's start. So here I'll say RHS is equal to integration from 0 to infinity dou by dou a of e raised to minus at sin bt dt. So let's solve this. So here we will get integration 0 to infinity. Now differentiation of this term with respect to a partially. So sin bt will come outside, which is constant, and here we will get e raised to minus at into minus t dt. Now to evaluate this RHS, we have to evaluate the integral, and inside the integral we have three functions. Now these three functions are multiplying each other, and hence to evaluate this integration I am gonna use the rule of integration by parts. So in integration by parts we have two terms u and v, but here we have three terms. So I am gonna combine two terms and I'll make it as v, and I'll keep one term as u. So here we will combine this e raised to minus at with sin bt, and we'll keep t as it is, and negative sign obviously outside. So this is nothing but equal to negative sign outside, integration 0 to infinity t as it is into e raised to minus at sin bt dt. Now let's evaluate this. So I'll call it as u and this one as v. So this will give us negative sign as it is, in the curly bracket t as it is, integration of 0 to infinity e raised to minus at sin bt dt, that is v term, minus again integration from 0 to infinity derivative with respect to t for this u term, which is t, into integration of e raised to minus at sin of bt dt, and outside this bracket we have one more dt, and here we'll say that it is from 0 to infinity. Now let's evaluate this. So here we will get minus sign as it is, t, this bracket, again by the property we will get e raised to minus at upon a square plus b square into minus a sin bt minus b cos bt minus the next line, the integration from 0 to infinity, derivative is 1, and here we will get same term, that is e raised to minus at upon a square plus b square minus a sin bt minus b cos bt into dt, and this is from 0 to infinity. Now since the first term is evaluated, or here we have removed this integral sign, we can substitute the upper and lower limit in the first term, and for the second term we will evaluate the integral and then we'll put upper and lower limit. So when we'll put this upper limit in the first term, here we will get e raised to minus infinity, and we know that it is 0. So I'll say that here minus n outside, and the bracket we will get 0 by putting infinity. Next, when we'll put the lower limit as 0 over here, then since t is 0, this whole term will become 0, and we will get 0 from the first term. Next, this negative sign, and we will separate the integration from these two terms. So this first term with the negative sign will become positive. Integration is from 0 to infinity e raised to minus at a square plus b square a sin bt and this minus minus again plus integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus at upon a square plus b square b cos bt dt from 0 to infinity. Now let's evaluate these integrations. So I'll take this negative sign inside, that will become minus, this a is constant, a square plus b square constant, so we'll take it outside, and here we will get e raised to minus 80 sine bt in the integration. So here we'll say it is equal to minus a upon a square plus b square integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus 80 sine bt dt. Similarly here I can take b and a square plus b square outside, and minus plus will become minus, so minus b upon a square plus b square integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus 80 into cos bt dt. And now we'll evaluate this. So here we will get minus a upon a square plus b square, and by applying the property over here we will get e raised to minus 80 upon a square plus b square into minus a sine bt minus b cos bt, and limits is from 0 to infinity. Similarly for the second term we'll get minus b upon a square plus b square, by applying the property e raised to minus 80 upon a square plus b square, here minus a cos bt plus b sine bt from 0 to infinity. And now we'll substitute upper and lower limit. So here we will get minus a upon a square plus b square. By substituting infinity over here, e raised to minus infinity is 0, so this term will be 0, minus, when we'll put 0, so e raised to 0 will be 1, so we will get 1 upon a square plus b square in bracket sine 0 is 0, cos 0 1, so 1 into minus b, that is minus b. Next, minus b upon a square plus b square. Then here we'll put infinity, so e raised to minus infinity is 0, minus, by putting 0 here we'll get e raised to 0, that is 1 upon a square plus b square in bracket cos 0 1, so we'll get minus a, sine 0 is 0. So this is minus minus plus b upon a square plus b square, into this will be minus ab upon a square plus b square the whole square. This is again minus minus plus a upon a square plus b square into this, so minus ab upon a square plus b square the whole square. And if we'll sum it up, then we will get minus 2ab upon a square plus b square the whole square. So guys, this is the value of RHS. So on the next page I'll say RHS is equal to minus 2ab upon a square plus b square the whole square, that is equation number 3. And now we will observe the LHS and RHS, that is from equation number 2 and 3. So this one is equation number 2 for LHS, which is minus 2ab a square plus b square the whole square, and this is RHS. And if you'll see that, and if you'll see the equation 2 and 3, then you'll find that LHS is equal to RHS. So guys, it means the rule of DUIS which we have taken in equation number 1, in that the left hand side is exactly equal to right hand side, and hence we can say that we have verified the rule of DUIS by using this function. So I stop here, and guys, if you like this video and if you want to learn more concepts and numericals of engineering mathematics, as well as you want more updates about engineering mathematics, then do not forget to log in on ekeeda.com today itself and learn the magic of mathematics. Thank you.